Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be voting on the nominees for this year's Game Awards. 2023, baby. It's been a wild ride. I think this has been a huge year for video games. You got a new 2D Mario game, you got a new Zelda game, you know, a sequel to one of the best Zelda games. You got Baldur's Gate 3 that just hit the internet by storm, and it was just crazy how much that blew up. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of interesting discussions around this year's nominees, not even just for Game of the Year, but just in general. So let's go ahead and check out the nominees. Okay, Game of the Year. Okay, I haven't played Alan Wake 2. I have heard good things about Alan Wake 2. I'm actually surprised it's up here, to be honest. I've heard good things, but for some reason I just didn't expect it. Now, I have played Baldur's Gate 3, but only for a little bit. I haven't really delved into it too much. I haven't given it enough time that it needs. I haven't even, people are talking about like all these acts and stuff. I guess I'm still in the first one. So yeah, I'm barely out of the tutorial. I played a little bit with my buddy a bit longer, but I still haven't really jumped back into this to give it a fair shake. So I can't really say anything else about it, but I do know what I have played of it. It's really good. I feel like this, out of all of these, probably deserves to win Game of the Year. Out of all of these. I recently played Spider-Man 2. Loved it. Haven't played Resident Evil 4. I played the demo. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm actually surprised Super Mario Bros. Wonder is on here. I did not expect for a 2D Mario game to be on Game of the Year, but I mean, it definitely deserves the nomination, that's for sure. And then we have, of course, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It feels bad saying that I already said that I think Baldur's Gate 3 should be Game of the Year, because it's so fresh, so new, even though obviously it's the third entry to Baldur's Gate, but it was just a breath of fresh air for the community as a whole for video games. And so I think it actually does deserve it. But I don't want to pick it because Zelda's right there. Oh gosh, this is so tough. And I haven't played enough of it. If I played enough of it, I would feel better about picking it. But since I'm a Zelda shill, I think I'm going to pick Zelda. So yeah, Zelda is going to be my pick because I played it to death. I still need to go back and actually do some of the side missions. I have some issues with it. I've been working on a review for it actually, and maybe this is the time to actually start cranking down on that and releasing, but that's beside the point. Yeah, it's gonna be Zelda for me because I've actually played this not only to completion, but I played just a crap ton of it. And it's just a fantastic game. I actually do think that Baldur's Gate 3 is straight up just gonna win. It's just gonna win. Let's see, best game direction. I'm actually going to give this one to Baldur's Gate 3. I think what they did with it was just, the little bit that I have played with it, it's just really well done. I think they were focused on what they were going to, what they wanted from this game and what they wanted, how they wanted players to interact with this game. I think, yeah, absolutely, this should win it. From what I played of it, which was not a lot, but still enough to know that, yeah, it's a really good game. Best narrative. I didn't play Cyberpunk. I haven't played Cyberpunk 2077 since its release. So my view of that game is not good. It's still a buggy mess in my mind. I know it's not anymore, and I know this expansion also introduced some quality of life features. That's all cool. I just haven't gone back to it. So, especially for best narrative, I know people are going to probably pick Baldur's Gate 3. I want to pick Final Fantasy 16 because I have played it and I did enjoy it. And I enjoyed the story too, but I'm going to give it to Spider-Man 2. Even though I think the first Spider-Man game was far superior in terms of story. Maybe not in gameplay because they improved a lot of things in Spider-Man 2. In terms of like the swinging and some of the combat, but I still think the story is still strong. I really enjoy the characters and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this, even though I want to give something to Final Fantasy 16, but I don't know. I don't know if I can in this category. I feel good about that. I feel good about that one. Best art direction. Oh no. I was hoping not to see Hi-Fi Rush because I really like Hi-Fi Rush, but this and Mario, for me personally, is going to be best art direction. Now, if Tears of the Kingdom was a brand new Zelda game, like brand new everything, art and everything, then I would probably go with that. But we've seen Breath of the Wild art style, and it's still gorgeous, and you know, a ton of love and respect towards the devs on that art style. But we've seen it before. We've seen it before. I love Hi-Fi Rush's art direction, but I also love what they did with Mario Wonder. I think what they did with 2D Mario is something special, just in terms of the art style. It just looks so gorgeous. I want to give it a Hi-Fi Rush, but I really love what they did with 2D Mario. I'm going to give it Mario. That's very biased choice, and I love Hi-Fi Rush, but I'm going to have to give it a Mario on this one.
Hey, that's pretty
wonderful!
Best score in music. I actually do like Hi-Fi Rush's music. I like Baldur's Gate music. I haven't heard a ton of it, of course, but like the main theme, excellent. Excellent main theme. Zelda, of course, I've heard that. I think it's really good as well. I'm actually going to give this one to Final Fantasy 16, though. I'm so happy that I can give Final Fantasy 16 something. It deserves it. I love the score in this game. It's one of the best aspects of it, in my personal opinion. Okay, best audio design. Oh, I love me some audio design. Although audio design is really, I think it's best in horror games. And I don't play horror games, but I know, like, when I played Resident Evil 2, I loved the audio design, and it just like gave me the creeps and all this stuff. So I want to give it to Resident Evil 4 because I'm assuming it's by the same developers. I know it's by Capcom, but I mean like from the RE2 team. I'm assuming it's the same ones. From the demo, I don't remember a ton from the audio design aspect and how crisp and everything sounded. So I feel bad for giving it to it because I don't know it. Although Hi-Fi Rush is like a rhythm action game, so I'm going to give it that because Hi-Fi Rush is such a good game. I love this game. I think what they did with it and just how it just came out of nowhere. I really enjoy this game, and I think it has really good audio design, especially for a rhythm action game. Like, it has to have good audio design. Best performance. All right, so we got Ben Starr. I really like Ben Starr as Clive.
One ticket for Barbie, please.
I'm surprised I don't see Sid. I would be torn. I'm actually glad one of them is on here, even though I think both deserve it. But the voice actor for Sid, I can't remember his name, but he would have been a great pick as well. But I would have had a hard time picking between the two. Okay, so we have Cameron from Star Wars. I do like him. I think he would make a great like live action actor for this character. Like, he just looks so much like him anyways, you know. Idris Elba, really? He was in Phantom Liberty? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. And then I don't know her. I don't know Alan Wake 2, so can't give it to that. Neil Newborn. Is he the guy that everyone talks about? I can't remember the name of that character, but yeah, I feel like he would be that voice actor. Okay, Yuri. I do like him as well. I think he's Spider-Man if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go Ben Starr though. I just really like this voice actor. I think he did a great job in Clive, and I want to see him in more Final Fantasy projects, honestly. I just want to see him in more stuff. Next up is innovation in accessibility. I think Hi-Fi Rush, from what I remember, had pretty good accessibility for those who may have trouble keeping up with the rhythm or the beat. I think I actually might pick this one. I haven't looked into how Spider-Man has done its things. Although Street Fighter 6, if I remember correctly, did a pretty bang-up job with its accessibility. I'm trying to remember. I haven't played Street Fighter 6 in a while though, so I can't be certain. I'm going to pick Hi-Fi Rush just because I remember it giving, help to the players who need it, Let's see. Games for Impact. I don't know any of these. Like, I haven't played any of these. I've heard about them. I think I'm going to go with, I'm going to butcher this. Tachia? That sounds better, I guess. This game, I've seen a lot on it, and it seems like a really good, it just seems like a really good game. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she turns into, like, different animals or something like that. If I'm thinking of the right game, I've seen this character before in a lot of different trailers, mostly for Nintendo, so I'm going to pick that. Just because that's the one that actually looks familiar. Like that. Best ongoing. Oh, don't hate me. I love Fortnite. I do. I think I'm gonna have to go with Fortnite because I have been playing Fortnite. So I'm not really a big fan of the new old map that they're going with right now. I know what they're going to be ending up doing, but right now I'm just like, man, I miss swimming and using all the vehicles right now. So I'm gonna go with that. I don't play Final Fantasy 14 or Genshin Impact or Apex. Even though I do like Apex, I just don't play it anymore. So Fortnite it is. I wonder what's gonna win, honestly, because last 2 years I think Final Fantasy 14 has been winning that category. Best community support. Well, Baldur's Gate 3, if I remember correctly, was in, I believe Baldur's Gate 3 was in that early access for quite a while, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but I want to pick Baldur's Gate 3. I know Final Fantasy 14, I know that community is really good, and they have a lot of support, and the developers listen to their feedback a lot. I'm going to go Baldur's Gate 3 this time. I'm going to go Baldur's Gate 3. I feel like Baldur's Gate is just going to win a ton of awards. Okay, so best independent game. We have Cocoon. I've seen a lot of it. And while Cocoon looked really interesting, I just haven't gotten around to playing it. I don't know if it's going to be my cup of tea, but it looks like a fun puzzle game if you move the sphere to like different areas, and that's just the way you traverse through like each different like puzzle area, I guess. From what the trailers look, it looks really cool. But I love Sea of Stars. I've done a review on it. I've been looking forward to Sea of Stars for the longest time, and I'm so glad to see it here. Honestly, I actually do see it winning. There's a lot of hype behind Sea of Stars, but yeah, I really hope this one wins. This is probably the one I'm most excited to win. Like, it's cool to have like Game of the Year and stuff, but I really think Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be winning that. However, I want Sea of Stars to win. I really want Sea of Stars to win. Best debut indie game. Oh, okay, so Cocoon's on here. I was thinking Cocoon made, or the developers behind this game made other games, but if this is their debut, then wow. I've heard a ton, and I listened to the main theme of Pizza Tower, but I haven't played any of these. So, oh crap, I didn't even think about Viewfinder, because this screenshot, it doesn't really tell you much, but the game, if I remember correctly, this is the game that you take a like Polaroid camera and you take pictures and you use those pictures to create platforms and entrances and all that stuff. That's awesome. That is so cool. I kind of want to pick that just for the idea alone. I'm gonna pick it. I just think that's such a cool and neat idea. Yeah, I'm kind of with them on that. I hope they get something. Best mobile game. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I've never even heard of that. I played the first 10 minutes or so of Honkai Star Rail. It's like a Genshin, but like turn-based RPG. Not really into that series. I played a little bit of Monster Hunter now because it's kind of like Pokemon Go, but like other games that are like Pokemon Go, it doesn't hit the same. Don't even know Terra Nil. Oh, that's a Netflix game? What the heck? I'm gonna pick Ever Crisis. So for those that don't know the Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, it's basically a collection of like remastered, remade Final Fantasy games, but in the same style as like the OG. It's kind of strange to describe, but like, you know, you'll have the OG game on there, but they have like mobile elements, you know, like kind of like gotcha in there, just like a little bit for like costumes and weapons. Like, you don't need that stuff obviously, but I think it is cool that they, you know, that they're working on a project like this, that it doesn't just cover the OG Final Fantasy VII, it covers like the whole universe, you know, like I think the film included, like it's going to go over everything Final Fantasy VII. So I'm going to pick that. It is pretty ambitious for that. I just like the actual gameplay. I played a little bit of it. It's not my favorite, but you know, what else are you going to do on a mobile? I kind of wish they would put it on Switch. I think it would be pretty good on Switch, despite those mobile elements that you're going to get. Best VR or AR? I don't do VR nor AR, so this is going to be, it's going to be a little tough. I've heard, I'm just going to go based on what I like heard on this one, because I seriously, not only do I not care, I just do not know. Like, this is a whole another universe to me. I'm gonna pick Horizon. No. I've heard average things like, oh yeah, it's cool for a bit, and then it kind of wears thin. However, Resident Evil, I've heard that it's always had good VR. Resident Evil 7, I believe, was the first one to really incorporate VR into a Resident Evil game. Resident Evil Village is probably in the same line. You know, it's first person, so you get that aspect. Yeah, I'm going to pick this one. Even though it is a mode, it's kind of hard because it's like, it's a mode in a game. It's not, like the game wasn't built around that. Like, it was built with it in mind, obviously, because they did it before, but so it's a little iffy, but I'm going to give it to it because that's the one I've heard the most good things about. Best action game. I forgot this was a category. Wow. I think I've only played one of these. I forgot Dead Island 2 even came out because it was in hiatus for, gosh, how many years? Armored Core 6. I've heard good things about this one. I'm just not really into mechs. So I'm going to give it a Hi-Fi Rush. I think it's an amazing action game. It's such a unique action game with the rhythm elements and all that stuff. The music's a bop. I love how they have different modes, like streamer mode, and it still has music that matches with the beat, but it's different music. Yeah, I think it's a fantastic action game. It's not something you would go back and play it again. Or at least I haven't felt the urge to do that. For me, it was a one and done experience, but it was a fantastic experience. All right, best action / adventure. Ooh, I picked Zelda for Game of the Year, which I do think it deserves that nomination. I just have some issues with it, but I still think it's a fantastic game despite my complaints. It's pretty easy for me as a Zelda fan, but even though I do have issues with the game, I still think it's a fantastic game. And yeah, I think what they did with it is excellent, but I am also ready to move on from the Breath of the Wild world. Best RPG. Oh, this is tough because I feel like this one's obviously gonna win. But Starfield. I don't like Starfield that much. I'm only in the opening hours, and I hear that it gets better as you play. Space isn't my cup of tea anyways. So I knew I was going to be like iffy on it to begin with, but I was hoping it would win me over. It didn't, unfortunately, and I just don't care to go back to it. That said, I think I'm going to go with Sea of Stars. I feel like Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win this as well. I haven't played Lies of P, so I can't say much about that. I did hear that was a really good game as well. But yeah, Sea of Stars for me, all the way, baby. All the way, dude. Let's do it. I just hope it wins indie. I don't think it's going to win that, honestly. Just because it's stacked up to a bunch of other great games. But it's less popular than those games, so I think it's going to, be a popularity vote, which, that's kind of what the Game Awards is, in a sense. At least some of the categories. Let's see. Best Fighting, God of Rock. I've never Never heard of this game. So I feel bad for not really saying much about it, but I just don't know about it. I haven't played any of Mortal Kombat 1. I haven't played since Mortal Kombat 10. I just kind of dropped off the series. But I have seen clips of Omni-Man, and that's pretty neat. I like me some Omni-Man. But Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, I'm glad it's in this category. However, I haven't played it, so I've heard it's much more of an improvement than the first one. It's got voice acting this time around from the start, from the get-go, not, added in like a year later or so. All the characters have been redone. I heard that it seems a bit more grounded, which I like the more grounded approach to like platform fighters. The only one I actually played was Street Fighter 6. So with that, I would have to give it to Street Fighter 6. And with Street Fighter 6, I really enjoyed the game, but not enough to beat the single player or keep playing the game as a whole. And that's kind of with me with fighting games anyways. If there's not something to like keep unlocking and stuff, I just don't really care. Best family game. Now this one's tough. Actually, it's not that tough. I think it's gonna be Mario. I've seen Disney Illusion Island. That seems pretty neat. Party Animals. That's probably the best one, honestly, because it's actually like if you're thinking about playing with your family, like not just a multiplayer game, not just a couch co-op game, but like actually playing with your family or playing with a group of people, I think Party Animals is the one to go with. However, I haven't played it, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder is in this list, and yeah, well, actually, Pikmin 4 is in here, and you can't really play that with family. So I guess it's just, best game for appropriate for family play. So it doesn't have to be couch co-op or anything, but I think Party Animals would be that one to be like, oh yeah, this is something you could play with the family and all that. But Mario Bros. Wonder, because yeah, it's a fantastic game. Just a fantastic game. Can't really complain. Wow. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. I'm actually surprised. That was my cat. I'm actually surprised to see it on here. Just because it took so long for this to come out. I did not like Fire Emblem Engage. I love Fire Emblem Three Houses. I cannot get into Fire Emblem Engage. The story is not good. And like, I don't really care about the characters. It's just, I like that the protagonist has voice acting. I love that. I just don't care for the characters. I don't like how they shoehorn in, classic heroes and stuff. It just feels very gacha without being a gacha game. It's just weird. It's just very disjointed. I don't like it. Pikmin 4, I played the demo. And I like it. I just haven't picked up the full game, so Pikmin 4 it is. All right, best sports and racing. Okay, a little tangent here. Why is sports and racing in the same category? It should not be in the same category, for one. But two, I haven't played any of this. I've played none of this. Now, if Forza Horizon was a thing on here, I would probably pick that, because I've heard good things about that game. But like, I'm gonna give it a Hot Wheels. Give it to the Hot Wheels fans. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that it's there. So shout out to Hot Wheels. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so here's the best multiplayer: Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I love Super Mario Bros. Wonder, but the multiplayer doesn't hit. It just doesn't hit. The reason being is because the camera is very, what's the word? Not good? It's fine. Like, I'm playing it with my wife now, and it's really fun, but my goodness, the way they did couch co-op with the crown mechanic, it's just a bit weird. I just wish they would get a hold of the camera and just make it to where like it like zooms out or something, so it can get everyone on screen, so you're not leaving people behind. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a Baldur's Gate 3 because I have played that multiplayer and it's really fun. It's really fun doing kind of D&D stuff with your friends online or co-op. So yeah, I think Baldur's Gate 3 is the better multiplayer game. Even though before playing Mario Wonder, I would be like, oh yeah, Mario Wonder, because you can play up to 4 people on one screen. It's like, I think the multiplayer is good, but it could be so much better for Mario Bros. Wonder. So yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. I played maybe in total like 10 hours of Baldur's Gate 3. But I've been picking it the most out of any game, so I just think that's funny. Best adaptation. I haven't seen Castlevania. I haven't seen Nocturne. I've seen a couple seasons of the first Castlevania series, and that was pretty good until it got to a point where I didn't like it. So I haven't seen this one. Then again, I am kind of kicked off Netflix, because Netflix really cracked down on sharing Netflix, so that's pretty cool. Love that. Gran Turismo, I haven't really heard too much about the movie outside of the trailers, so like I haven't heard the audience and what they have to say. Last of Us was actually a pretty good retelling of the game. I'm actually really impressed with what they did with The Last of Us. Super Mario Bros. Movie was amazing. Like, story-wise, it's Mario. Like, there's not gonna be like rich character development in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to have better pacing. I feel like the movie was going 100 miles a minute. Like, it was just crazy how fast the movie was going, and I just wish it stopped and just breathed for a bit. I know it was only like 90 minutes total, but like, for the next one, just slow down a bit, Have Mario and Peach have one of those heart-to-hearts more, which they did in the flower field a little bit, but like, even that was like, let's go, like, let's go to the next action bit. It's like, I get it, this is for kids and stuff, but like, it's okay to slow down and just have characters just talk and just be with one another. That's my biggest complaint. That and like the licensing, or the licensed music, like, dude, cut some of those out. Like, when you hear the soundtrack of the songs that got cut, especially the DK one, are you kidding me? Instead, what's the song that they replaced it with? I don't remember what they replaced the DK track with, but man, big L there, big L. But it's gonna be Super Mario for me, because the fact that they did this movie was amazing with the cast that they have. I mean, it's a talented cast, don't get me wrong, but when they first announced it, my goodness, what a out of left field pick for all of those choices. But they really came together. I really like Chris Pratt as Mario. I think he does a really good, not so much everyman voice, but like kind of to that level, just like, okay, like, I get that this is Mario, and his wahoos and stuff sound good too. So, and of course the rest of the cast, like Jack Black and stuff, fantastic. All right, most anticipated game. This is actually an easy one for me. It's gonna be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. However, I want to give credit to some of these other ones. Hades 2. I love the original Hades, so I'm really excited for Hades 2. I don't know Like a Dragon, so I can't really say too much about that. Star Wars Outlaws. I don't really know too much about this, other than that it's a Star Wars game. Like, I don't know if it's like third person. Like, I don't know anything about this, honestly. I don't even know if they revealed anything other than like a short teaser. And then Tekken 8. It seems like it's going to be a fun fighting game. I just really hope that Tekken 8 has some pretty cool guest fighters. We had Negan, which was just weird. Maybe not like that far out, but stuff like Noctis was really cool. I didn't play Tekken 7, but from what I can tell, the guest fighters were pretty cool. I kind of hope they keep that up. Maybe if they introduce Clive or something, I'd be down to playing Tekken. But that said, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is my actual choice because wow. Wow. This game seems like it's going to be the complete package. The open world, all the quests you can do, you know, the party interactions, how that's going to be integrated into the combat, you know, and the world looks so good. Actually, it actually looks so good. There's really nothing else I can say because I'm just gushing about this game. But yeah, this is easily my most anticipated game. It's just, I cannot wait for the story. I love Final Fantasy VII Remake, and one of my big issues with that was kind of how linear it was. So the fact that this one opens up more, that's exciting. Content Creator of the Year. Interesting. Scott the Woz has really changed his look over the years, huh? No, I don't know any of these people. Until they put Scott the Woz on here, I don't care. Like, can I skip? Can I skip? I just don't know any of these people. But you know what? Which one has the best picture, right? We have Iron Mouse. No. People make games. Not even putting your picture on there. Quackity. Clickety clackety. That's an absolute no. Spreen. I don't know. This guy looks nice. I do not know any, like, I don't know if they're streamers or anything like that. Best esports game. I'm not really into esports. Counter-Strike 2, Dota. I'm going to pick Valorant. A buddy of mine plays Valorant, so I'm just going to pick it. That seems neat. We're really getting into the categories where I'm just like, I'm going to pick the best picture and just move on. Okay, here we go. Best esports athlete. All right, which one has the best photo? Or the best name, you know? Who knows? Demon, no. Let's see. Hydra? No, we know who he's working for. Ruler? Imperial Hal? I kind of like that name, actually. Faker?
I found you, Faker!
I kind of like that just because of Sonic. Z-I, or Z-Y-Woo? Z-Woo? Either Imperial Hal or Faker. I'm gonna go with Faker. I'm gonna make you eat those words. Best esports team. Okay, let's look at the names here, because the photos are all kind of similar. Evil Geniuses. Okay, all right, that's pretty good. Fnatic. Okay, kind of like that actually. Gaming Gladiators. Oh, I kind of like the alliteration on that one. JD Gaming. It looks a lot like J2 Gaming, which is what my name on YouTube used to be, so kind of leaning a little bit towards that. Team Vitality. Oh, I'm going to go with alliteration on this one. Nice. I know why they don't start out with this, but I'm really starting to lose steam here. Best esports coach. I'm glad they're getting a shout out. I just don't care about esports. I feel bad because, like, I love video games and all this stuff, but I just do not care about the competitive scene. I just really don't. Okay, so let's go with best name on this one as well. Potter. And I'm going by their, like, nicknames. Potter. Okay, yeah, I could go like Harry Potter, but Potter. Okay, cool. Zonic. Kind of like that. Goomba. Okay, I kind of like that too. XTQZZZ. No, too much. I don't know how to pronounce that. I want to say homie, but that's not it. Home. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get roasted in the comments for these name pronunciations. I'm gonna go with Zonic or Zonic. I'm gonna say Zonic because that's funny. All right, what? Oh gosh, we got two more. Best esports event. Okay, I actually do know this one. Evo. I just prefer Evo. Okay, I thought we had more. Okay, cool. That's it. Yeah, let me just make sure. Yep, we've reached the edge. Cool, they haven't made a page for this link. Cool. Those are my picks. Let me know in the comments below what you would pick. I would love to do this in the future with like a live stream format. That way we can all interact and like discuss what would be the game of the year or what would be the best score or sound design. But for now, until I figure all that stuff out, we're going to be doing it this way. Maybe next year, you know, we can do it differently with a live stream or something like that. I would love to do live streaming in the future, just I need to work out the kinks for that. But seriously, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. What is your game of the year? That's the one I really, obviously that's the huge one. But yeah, let me know in the other categories as well. But definitely let me know what your game of the year is. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. God bless.